So, hello everyone. This is your host, Trex11. Okay po. So, ito pong itong reaction, bibigay lang po ako ng reaction dito sa speech ni Vice President Kamala, Kamala Harris, sa atin Kamala, pero Kamala Harris, yun ang gusto niyang gawin. We should pronounce her name. So, eto kasi ang ganda-ganda habang pinapakinggan ko yung kanyang speech. Sabi ko, wow, ang ganda. Kasi kung ikumpara natin sa atin, hindi ganito. Pero yung iba, di ba nga, last time, ah, yung vice president na natalo, hindi siya nag-concede. Pero dito kasi parang traditional na after the election, kapag na-pronounce na kung sino yung panalo, usually nagbibigay sila ng tinatawag nating concession speech, which is eto yung pag-concede whoever the loser candidate. Eto, pinapakinggan ko ang gandang pakinggan yung mga sinabi ni Vice President Kamala Harris. So, pakinggan po natin.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me say, and I love you back, and I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
Tignan mo dito 'no, traditional, tignan mo nagbibigay sila ng speech talaga kahit na natalo sila pero maganda pa rin yung ano nila na hindi sila yung ampalaya. I mean, kind of, but tignan mo maglalabas pa rin sila to give their concession speech. Okay.
And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now.
Of
I
course.
get it.
Yeah, sa atin
But
nga
we
eh,
must
'di ba,
accept the
sabi nila
results of this
maligo na
election.
nilalag.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that
See?
we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Ulitin natin 'yun.
With their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
See? We will engage in peaceful transfer of power.
A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other,
Ang
distinguishes
ganda 'no?
democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, We owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Okay, so they are not loyal to ano yun, sa tao. They're not loyal to sa tao, but they are loyal to the Constitution. Di ba?
And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My
Okay.
allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Galing nga, galing.
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
Galing.
I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do.
Mhm.
We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence.
Hindi ko yung platform mo.
And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square.
Mm.
And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect,
With
by looking
kindness and respect.
in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work.
Sabi niya to lift people, pero dito naman hindi. Crab mentality to I mean, not to lift people, pero pull them down. Crab mentality.
Can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it.
Yeah. Hard work.
To the young people who are watching, it is. I love you.
Yum, yum, people.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't
Yes.
ever give up. Don't
Don't
ever
ever.
stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
Exactly.
You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.
Yes, ito yung gustong-gusto ko
I
sa
know many
CCA.
people feel like we are entering a dark
Only in
time,
darkness that you can
but
see
for
the
the benefit
stars.
of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
Ang
The
galing ng,
light,
ano, no? Galing
the
ng,
light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
ang ganda. Sabi niya ganyan, you can only see the star kapag ka sa darkness, 'di ba? 'Di ba nga? Nakikita natin yung mga bituin kapag madilim. Okay, so ang galing. So parang sabi ko, ngayon lang ako nakinig ng speech na ganyan, pero parang na-appreciate ko kaya gusto kong i-share sa inyo. So again, this is your host, Trixie Villa 11. Thank you so much.